Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So want to master the basics of programming while building something real? Let's kick things off with a classic calculating the area of rectangle using Java. So in the real world, rectangles are everywhere, screens, books, even your phone. And guess what? The formula is super simple, area equal to length multiplied by width. But in Java, we will turn that math into code fast and easy. So we will take user input or assign values directly in code, multiply them and boom, area is calculated. This is a great way to learn variables, data types and basic arithmetic operations in Java. So if you're just starting out and want to build real logic with Java, so this is your moment. Stick with me and let's write your first functional Java program together. So in this video, I will be telling you how you can get the area of rectangle using Java. So if you understand this amazing video and if you enjoy this tutorial, so remember to hit a like, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for? Let's move to computer screen and let's dive into it. Alright, so now we're on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video I will be telling you that how you can get the area of a rectangle in Java. But before understanding how to get the area of rectangle, we need to understand how we can calculate the area of rectangle if we are using it in Java. So to calculate the area of rectangle, here there is one paragraph mentioned which is saying me the area of a rectangle can be found by multiplying the length of the rectangle by the width. So it is saying me if you want to calculate the area of a rectangle, so you can do it by multiplying the length of the rectangle by the width, and it is really simple to do. Here is the example. Here you can create an integer, means a data type of init, in which you can just give the name to your integer as length, in which I have written the value as 5. So you can divide this 5 by this 2, which is width here, using this init data type. I've mentioned that. And after that, again I have created another init data type in which I have mentioned area, and in this area variable I have multiplied length and width together so that I can get the area of rectangle printed here. So this is the method which you can use to print the area of rectangle in the output, and I hope you understand how we are doing it. So just simply for understanding this thing practically, we need to open NetBeans IDE. So I'll be opening that simply from my search box here. If you don't know what is NetBeans IDE, so you can check out my previous videos in which I have totally explained you how you can use NetBeans IDE, what's the purpose to use it, or if we are using NetBeans IDE, so what's the benefit to use it. Because I'm preferring you to use this IDE because it has all the features, all the things which a beginner needed if they're starting with language like Java. If you have already used NetBeans IDE, then you can use some other offline IDEs as well, like VS Code, Eclipse. Then you can use Android Studio, which is good for Java. You can also use PyCharm. It is not for Java, it is made for Python, but if you want to learn Java from beginning to advanced, so for that you can use it. But if you want to create some application, some software, some web application like things, so for that you can use offline code editor for Java, which is Android Studio, and I think that's the best idea if you are creating any app using Java for that. And if you want to learn Java online, so you can use some other online IDs like Jupyter Notebook, Replit, and you can also use CodePen for that, which is made for all the languages if you are using. So I hope you understand how we were just using NetBeans IDE in the previous video and how we were just working with this enum, like we were looping through enum constants, and I hope you understand that previous video. So in this video I will be explaining you how just you can do that things, means how you can calculate the area of a rectangle, which is really easy to do. And that's the reason we are only using one method, because there is only one method to calculate the area of rectangle, no other method. So there are some other methods as well which you can use, but I'm not going on that things because, as you know, that are some confusing things and we are on the end of this Java series, so we need to have a good mindset that how we can use Java with a simpler way, or you can say with a easiest way. So that's the reason I'm only going with one method, but there are some other methods as well which you can use, but that are in a different way, and you can just say you need to just do many things for using that ways, and I'm not going that ways. That's the reason I'm only using one and a simpler method to explain you how you can just calculate the area of a rectangle. So here you just need to create one Java file normally in your project if you have already created, so you don't need to do it again. You can give any name to your file. In this case I have written my file name as main.java, and same, remember, the file name should be same as your class name is, so that you should not have any error in your class and in your method, which I'm not getting right now. So I'll be just removing all the things from this main method which I have created, because I will be not needing these all things here. And from the top as well I will be removing, because here in this video I'm not using enum or enum constant, so I will be not needing enum or their constants. So I will be just moving on to my Word document here, in which I was just getting the example. Here I have written one integer in which I have mentioned length, second integer in which I have mentioned is width, and third integer in which I have mentioned area, and then I'm just multiplying length with width. And then when you will be printing these all things, you will be simply getting the area of rectangle printed in your output. So simply I will be copying these all things, means this example, moving on to my NetBeans IDE, I'll be pasting it and making my code clean, so that I can just get the output perfectly fine, and I can make and I can just save my file perfectly, and I can get my code clean as well. So we need to do that. I think I have given too much space, so I just need to make it one line space. There is no indentation, so I can do that easily. Moving on to my file here, which is main.java, you can directly press right click and run your file, or you can press shift and F6 to run your file as well. If your run file button is not working, or shift F6 is not working, you can directly do it with mouse. I have run my file, and you can just see project 1, it is giving me the area of rectangle as 2. If you are having any confusion in this, like if you want to know 10 is the perfect answer or not, so for that you can just move on to calculator. You can divide 5 by 2 and you will be getting the answer. So simply that's the thing, and I hope you understand how we are doing it. So this is the way how you can just get the area of a rectangle, like 2, and if you multiply 2 and 5 together, so obviously the answer is 10. If I calculate 2 by 5, you can just see the answer is 10, and that's the reason we are getting it in the output as well. And I hope you understand how we are just calculating the length and width to get the area of a rectangle in Java, and this is the way to do that. If you want to change the values, you can do values in double figures as well. You can do it in triple figures as well if you want to do, like if I write 20 here, if I write 20 here, so this time the output you will be getting will be different here. Now the area of rectangle we are getting is 400, because if you multiply 20 by 20, so obviously the answer is 400, and that's the reason we are getting it. If you just remove 0 from one figure, so now we are getting 20 multiplied by 2, and if you multiply 20 by 2, so the answer is 40, and you will be getting 40 printed. You can just see the area of rectangle this time we are getting is 40, and I hope you understand how we are getting it printed. So this is the way to do that, and I hope you understand how we are doing it. So this is the way how you can just calculate the area of rectangle in Java, and you can do that with different values. You can also divide the area if you want to do in a different way. You can also add that, you can also subtract that, you can also take out the percentage, you can also take out the average of that. So you can do many different things here in Java using different figures or different operations if you want to do. So here if I use different figure here also, like if I write 50 here, then if I write 5 here, so if we multiply 5 by 5, so it's 25, and we are doing it with 50, so obviously the answer will be as 250 printed in the output. So I'll be running my main.java file again, and after running this file you can just see the simpler output we are getting is 250 printed, and that's the way how you can just get these all things printed. And you can just change more figures, you can make it 3 figures as well. If I add like 150 here, then if I add here like 80, and if I multiply 150 by 80, so now the output will be different. You can just see the output now we are getting is 12,000 printed. If you do same thing in triple figure, so you will be again getting a different output. If I multiply 150 by 125, so the answer will be different here. I'll be running file, and you can just see the answer we are getting is now the area of rectangle is 18,750. And we are getting this output because it is multiplying 150 by 125. If you're still having any trouble, or if still having any confusion with that, you can directly calculate in calculator as well. If I multiply 150 by 125, so you can just see the answer is 18,750, and that's why we are getting 18,750 here, and we are getting the area of rectangle printed, and that's the way to do that. And I hope you enjoy and understand how we can calculate the area of rectangle in a different way. If you want to understand more other ways in which we can calculate the area of rectangle, so you can just comment me down. And if you're having any confusion in this video, so you can just ask me in the comment section that what confusion you are having. I'll be clearing everything, every confusion which you are having in your mind, so that you should not have that in other videos which I will be coming up next in this tutorial series. So if you have understand this video in which I have told you how you can calculate the area of rectangle, so remember to hit a like to this amazing video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell as well, so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So this I will be meeting you in next tutorial or in next project using Java. So for today, goodbye.